I'm Dutch, and let's react to the Americans. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Johan, and I'm a typical Dutchman. And if you're planning to come over to Europe for your holidays, or maybe to live here permanently, or if you're wondering why is everything so expensive in the United States in comparison with Europe, then you are at the right channel, because in this channel I react to videos about the cost of life and living in America versus the cost of life and living in Europe. And not only the cost, but life and living compared between the two great nations. And today we're going to take a look at a video from the Fat Files. Aldi, the best grocery store on earth. Unhinged case studies. I saw this and I think, what? Is there a Aldi in the United States? So I'm curious what it looks like in America, because Aldi is original German company from two brothers, and those two brothers get together in a small fight. So one became separated from the other, so they all went their own way, and one made Aldi Zuid, and that's more in these regions, and one made Aldi. And Aldi Zuid is something we see and I go to in Germany, and the Aldi is also here in the Netherlands and in Belgium. Aldi Zuid is something you actually see only in Germany. But, and in Luxembourg I've seen it also, but I'm wondering, what is this in America? Because then he went all over the sea and go to America. So I'm ready to take a look at it, and maybe I can compare prices to see what the same product costs over here in comparison with the United States. So let's take a look. We start with a subscribe and a like, and then let's go.
All right, Unhinged Case Studies, Grocery Store Edition. Today we're talking about my favorite grocery store, ladies and gentlemen, Aldi. I'm probably going to refer to it as Aldi's at least 50 times during this video because I'm from Iowa and that's what we call it here. Anyways, first a disclaimer and an ad. I'm not affiliated with Aldi in any way, shape, or form. They have not paid me to say anything I am about to say. I am, however, affiliated with today's sponsor, my favorite sporting goods store, Shields. They are legitimately the best sporting goods store that I have ever been to in person. They have over 30 retail locations all across the United States, but if you can't make it to one, they have an even better online store with price matching and satisfaction guaranteed. I'm gonna have that link down below. Let's get back to the video. Aldi is a grocery store that does things completely different than any other grocery store that I've ever been to, and that is probably because they were founded in Germany in 1946. If you don't know, World War II ended in 1945, and living in Germany
Yeah, okay.
right after World War II was straight up not a good time. A ton of Germany's cities and infrastructure had essentially been reduced to rubble during World War II, and the entire country was going through a humongous economic depression to the point that people were doing the whole stereotypical wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread thing. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that the founders of Aldi, Carl and Theo Albrecht, are playing entrepreneur on hardcore mode. And obviously they did a good job at it because Aldi is a humongous chain of grocery stores today. So how on earth did these two brothers launch a successful chain of grocery stores in Germany in 1946? They kept it simple. They were goal-oriented. They wanted to make money, and they knew that not everybody had a lot of money to spare, so they needed to sell everything cheap. In order to do that, they said, we're not going to have 50 different flavors from 12 different companies of every type of product. We're just going to have one of everything. Like, instead of
keep the selection compacted.
having 15 different types of peanut butter, we just have one type of peanut butter, and that's how they got their products to be cheap, by focusing their buying power. Now, that's the simple part, but where the true genius comes out is that they realized that they weren't going to make a lot of money per customer, so they had to maximize the amount of customers that they had. In order for that to happen, they realized that they needed customers to get in, get their shit, and get out so that more customers could come in. So they German engineered this entire grocery store to streamline the entire shop.
He goes like a rocket. But where it's going to, I don't know. But let's take a look.
shopping
Keep on
experience
going.
to make it as fast as humanly possible. And oh boy, did that work, because in the first 10 years, they went from one grocery store to 300 grocery stores. Then the two brothers, Carl and Theo, got in a huge fight because one of the brothers wanted to have cigarettes in the grocery store and the other brother adamantly was opposed to it. So they decided that they were going to split their massive business completely in half. They were going to have Aldi's North and Aldi's South. They literally just drew a line across Germany, said all these grocery stores are mine, all the ones down there are yours. Yeah, capitalism and communism are split in Germany east to west. Aldi's is splitting it north to south. But here's the thing, the brothers didn't have a falling out. They still worked together and they still wanted the other brother to succeed. So they were constantly sharing information with one another, and they would come together to make offers with manufacturers when they're
He did a research. It's all correct.
buying, so that they could utilize their buying power together. So you have Aldi's North and Aldi's South, basically the same thing. The only real difference is one sells cigarettes and they have a slightly different logo. Now, in America, due to trademark law, you can't have two grocery stores with the same exact name and a slightly different logo. So in America, we have Aldi and then we have Trader Joe's. But really,
Oh, Trader Joe's. Is that also Aldi?
it's all just Aldi, and they kept to the principles of cheap and fast until modern day, which is something that no other grocery store in America has managed to do. Not only have they not managed to do it, they intentionally do the opposite. Pretty much every other grocery store on the planet has figured out that time equals money, and the more time you spend in their store is the more money they can get out of you. Okay, I know that you've been in one of these gigantic grocery stores, but I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you anyways, okay? You walk through the door, congratulations, you've just entered capitalism's obesity thunderdome, because everything in this room is pretty much designed to hurt you, more or less. The first thing you're going to notice is that you're there for milk. Well, congratulations. The milk is all the way across the store in the far back corner, and they stuck it there on purpose because they know you need it, and now you have to walk past every fucking aisle in the store to get to it. And pretty much every single aisle there is full of products where they have hired a psychologist to design boxes with pretty colors to trigger your lizard brain to being like, oh my God, I have to have it. They're
Okay. Sales tactics. Yeah, that's something that Aldi does over here. What you need the most is in front of the store, not somewhere way in the back.
trying to get you to buy as much shit as humanly possible on your way to get milk, bread, and eggs. And I know what you're thinking, all those fancy marketing tactics don't work on me. Maybe, but hear me out. Next time you're in there, just do some people watching. You're gonna notice that a portion of the population, their brain can't handle going to a modern grocery store. They turn into zombies. They're pushing their cart, veering side to side. They can't even keep it straight as their head's turning to look at all the different pretty colors. There's people straight up just standing still at a wall of cereal like, as their brain desperately tries to calculate and process all this information regarding what type of Cheerios they need. There's people standing there with two different types of ranch in each hand, probably made from the same exact factory with the same exact ingredients, but they have different labels on them from different companies, and they don't know which one is going to be better for them. It's like the Island of the Lotus Eaters from Greek mythology. They go there for one thing, and then they're stuck there for all of eternity. It's literally purgatory. This is why every other grocery store in America isn't just a grocery store. They also have a coffee shop, and a little restaurant, and a florist, and a pharmacy, and a bank where you can cash your check. They're trying to get any excuse to get you to come into their store for a second, because they know once you set foot in there, you're going to be in there for at least an hour and a half trying to figure out what type of products you need. And if that...
Okay, let me know if this is actually true, but it sounds like it. Wow. To be in there an hour and a half. Now, over here in the Netherlands, I'm in a store. Mostly, if a long time over there, I'm for half an hour max. It's once usually it's 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm out again. I got, what I need to go, and then I'm good. I'm gone, yeah. 1.5 hour?
That doesn't convince you that they're trying to trap you in there. Checking out in a grocery store today will, okay? The first thing you're gonna notice with your cart full of groceries, there's 30 different lanes. One of them is open, and it's the one furthest away from the door. So obviously you're gonna have to spend some time waiting in line because there's only one checkout register open, and it moves slower than the DMV in Zootopia. And while you're waiting, you probably couldn't help but notice that there is a mountain of candy on either side of you as they desperately try to make that one last sale. But you avoid temptation, and it is now your turn. You're up next. You are getting checked out at the grocery store. You're almost out of here. And that's when you realize that this has now turned into an interrogation. Okay, they're going to open up by taunting you. They're going to say something along the lines of,
we were talking about the Aldi. Now he's talking about how it goes in the... fascinating, but not the way that I expected it. So I guess that he will tell now that the Aldi is completely opposite of everything he tells here about the rest of their stores in the United States.
Did you find everything you were looking for today, sir? They know. They know you found everything you were looking for because you just stood in line that says, I found all the shit I needed. But they're going to go ahead and rub it in your face because they knew it took you forever to figure out which flavor of ranch that you wanted. And just for the record, when I say they're taunting you, I'm not talking about the cashier themselves. They're just doing their job. They're doing what they were told to do. The CEO of the company, on the other hand, is laughing his ass off at you. I was a cashier at a grocery store for 5 years, and in 5 years, 0 people said they didn't find everything they were looking for. Okay, that entire question is just to fuck with you. But this is a portion where they're going to start playing hardball. They want to harvest as much information as possible. It's going to be like, oh, did you have our fucking little super duper saver card where you spend $800 in groceries and we give you like 12 cents off of a gallon of gas? And you're going to be like, no, I don't. Oh, did you want one? No, I don't, because I know for a fact that as soon as I give you my name, my email address, my address, and my phone number, you're going to turn around and sell it to a data broker, and then I'm going to have robots calling my phone for the next 10 fucking years, because that's exactly why they asked for that information, so they can turn around and sell it. Because there is a total of 0 gigantic superstores that are...
It's a rant. Oh, man.
Giving away shit for free, okay? Nothing is ever free. If it's free, it's because you're the product. And then because you had the audacity to tell them no, they're going to shame more money out of you. They're going to hit you with the old, did you want to round your total up today for puppies with maggots in their eyes? Really? You're gonna hit me with that with a full line of people behind me? For real? Every time we get all the maggots out of a puppy's eyes, we donate it to an orphanage so they have some type of family. Also, by the way, fuck, fine, okay, I'll take the money, whatever, just give me my groceries, I have to go. Okay, so that's your average grocery store, but Aldi's, on the other hand, is a goddamn masterpiece, okay? Can German engineering win a world war? Absolutely not, but holy fuck can it build a grocery store, because immediately upon approaching Aldi's, you're gonna be like, oh, all the carts are outside. That's fine, I'm gonna go grab one. And as you're walking towards the carts, you see the enormous "We're hiring" banner across the front of the store, and it says that they pay all their employees anywhere between $18.50 and $25 an hour starting rate. So now you're already kind of feeling good because, hey, this company takes care of their employees.
Yeah, it's $18 to $25 an hour working at Aldi. Wow, that's the German rate payment. So that's one of the better employees in America, because they don't, they pay the employees what they should earn. Yeah.
Then you get to the shopping carts and you're like, oh shit, you actually have to take a quarter, stick it into this little slot, and unlock it from all the other carts. And at first you're like, oh, that's a really clever idea, because now people are going to put their own carts back so they can keep their quarter. That way they're going to save a bunch of money on labor by not having to have somebody go drag carts in from the parking lot all day long. And that's true, that is part of it. But the other part that you're not thinking about, this is actually an IQ test, you see, because if you're not fucking smart enough to remember to bring a quarter, guess what? You can't really shop here. And that doesn't sound like a big deal, but I'm telling you right now, it's a huge deal, because as soon as you step into Aldi's, you're gonna notice a distinct lack of motherfuckers in the way. Everybody in there is there to get their shit and get out because they have stuff to do. Speaking of which, as soon as you walk into the store, there's no like grand opening area where you get to like walk down all the other aisles and like weave in and out and do all this bullshit. You walk in, you're in aisle 1. You have to turn left. There's only one way to go. Now all of the traffic is going the same fucking direction. It's engineered to perfection. You walk in the door, you go down aisle 1, you go down aisle 2, you go down aisle 3, you go down aisle 4, and then there's checkout, because there's only 4 aisles in Aldi's. It's perfect. Aldi's is 1/4 the size of your average grocery store, and it only stops.
A Walmart Supercenter average around 178,000 square feet. Space at 12,000 square feet on average. Aldi only stocks about 1,400 items compared to the 40,000 at traditional supermarkets. 40,000 versus 1,400. Yeah. But he's right. Yeah. It's 4 aisles and that's it. And because the costs are also low, because you have to grab your stuff out of the box on your own. So there are no employees opening boxes and grabbing stuff out of the box, putting them in the rack, and from the... No, just put the entire box in the rack, and then you grab it. It saves money and saves time.
stocks about 1,600 items, and your average grocery store stocks over 30,000 items. And at first you're like, well, that doesn't sound very good, but no, it's actually perfect, because guess what? You need Cheerios? They've got Cheerios, but it's only one type of Cheerios. You don't have people standing in the middle of the aisle, clogging up traffic, taking forever. Grab your Cheerios and keep it moving. Buh! Generic brands never taste as good as a name brand. Buh! I mean, sometimes, sure, but like 90% of the time, it's the same exact product made in the same factory, and it just has a different box. And Aldi knows that, and they went out of their way to prove it. And to prove it, they went to the biggest brand snobs on the planet, wine people. You know, the same people that can apparently waft or taste a wine and be able to tell how wet or how dry it was the year that those grapes were harvested. Yeah, Aldi enters wine competitions and wins all the time with their $5 bottle of wine. So now it's time to check out. You get to the checkout lane, everything looks completely normal. It's like every other checkout lane in every other grocery store that you've ever been to, except for it's not. This is not your normal cashier. This is like the NASCAR pit crew of cashiers. This is the fastest person at ringing out groceries you've ever met in your entire life. He's gonna get to your groceries on the little conveyor belt. He's gonna acknowledge that you exist, like, how's it going? And then you're gonna say good, and then you're gonna look down and all your groceries are already back in your cart. And that's when you're gonna be like, oh shit, what is happening right now? And you're gonna realize that he's not standing up like every other grocery store on the planet. He's sitting down in a chair, and you're gonna be like, that's kind of cool. And then in the back of your head, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, why did the grocery store that I worked at for 5 years all through high school make me stand up for absolutely
Yeah, for no reason. I didn't know that, but yeah, okay. He is actually talking about how good Aldi is, and he's right. I cannot add anything to it.
no reason? Hi V, give me an answer. I know.
I was hoping that he would show how the Aldi was in the United States so I could compare it with the European version, with the German or the Dutch version, but he doesn't.
What you're gonna say? You're gonna say because sitting down doesn't look professional, okay? Listen to me. That's fucking dumb. Just because you're making money and working doesn't mean you need to be physically uncomfortable for no fucking reason, okay? Then you're gonna look over at your groceries and you're gonna be like, oh shit, every single box or every single product has like 5 barcodes on it. That way the cashier doesn't have to search around for a barcode. He can just kind of shit whip it across the laser and it's gonna catch it every time. That's how he managed to ring your groceries up at the speed of light. And then the cashier is gonna give you your total, and it's literally like half of what you were expecting it was gonna be, because apparently...
Whoa, well, what's interesting, what I want to see.
Light. And then the cashier is gonna give you your total, and it's literally like half of what you were expecting it was.
Well, not too fast. Yeah. Aldi, $2.18 on average, $3.95 for a gallon of milk, a sleeve of bread, $1.29 versus $1.79, and some eggs, a dozen eggs, $1.87 versus on average $2. Yeah. I cannot I can compare, but it's totally different products. But this is cheaper in Germany. This is cheaper in the Netherlands and Germany, and this is maybe cheaper, but not that much cheaper, because these are 12 and we always sell them by 10. So, okay.
Be, because apparently the front door at Aldi's is a magical portal that takes you into the past where groceries used to be cheap. So then you grab your cart full of groceries, walk off to the side, there's a huge counter with a bunch of boxes. You put your groceries in the boxes, put them in your cart, take that shit out to your car, and you're done. You went through the entire store, you went through every aisle, and got through checkout in literally less than 10 minutes. It's amazing. So yeah, that's Aldi's entire MO. Be fast and be cheap, and it works out amazing. They're the only grocery store in the country that I'm aware of that is just trying to be a grocery store. What do? They sell groceries. They don't have a pharmacist. They don't have a florist. They don't have a bank where you can cash your check. They don't even have a customer service counter, and you can't call them. They don't take phone calls from the public. You can go on their website and they straight up tell you, yeah, we don't take phone calls from the public because our employees' time is too valuable because they're busy selling groceries. And a lot of people probably think that that's horrible customer service, and maybe they're right, but what you're not considering is a lot of people don't always want good customer service, okay? Me, personally, I don't want to be Nick. I don't want to be an individual that needs to be treated special when I'm in the grocery store.
Yeah, a lot of people just want to buy their groceries for a cheap price. And nowadays, and you've seen on the other videos, it's hard to get groceries for a cheap price. So, yeah.
I just want to be treated like a number. I want to get through this process as fast as humanly possible so I can get back to doing stuff that I actually care about, and I think a lot of other people feel the exact same way. And I know that because Aldi has been the fastest growing grocery store in the country for years now, and according to the Food Institute, they are ranked the #1 grocery store according to consumers. And you
together with Trader Joe at the second place. So both are the same? I don't know. Aldi isn't a name I know, but Trader Joe. So if anyone can tell me what about Trader Joe, let me know in the comments.
want to know who's #2? Trader Joe's, which is also Aldi. They are at first and second place. They are
the answer on my question is right there.
Quite literally just competing with themselves to be #1, and I'm pretty sure it's because they're the only ones that are just trying to be a grocery store. As it turns out, when you only care about doing one thing, you end up being pretty good at it. And I think that's the big takeaway from this case study. Aldi's key to success is they figured out the one thing they wanted to do, then they figured out how to do it fast, cheap, and still deliver a good product, and everything else just works out. Meanwhile, all the other grocery stores were too worried about competing with Walmart, and now they're not even really grocery stores anymore. They're just Walmart knockoffs that don't sell video games. So in conclusion, that's how Aldi became the last true grocery store. If you have a company that you want me to talk about next, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Yeah. Wow. He's going through it high speed. But on the side, you guys don't see. Yeah, you can see that on the side I have Aldi Healthy Grocery Store. So I'm not sure if this is in America. So I'm going to take a look at it right now and then take a look.
We're here at Aldi today for a clean grocery haul. Let's get it going.
Don't forget the quarter. So one of the first products that I always get at Aldi is the Knock Your Sprouts Off bread. This bread is an incredible deal at $3.69. And when you flip it over and you read the ingredients, it is best in class ingredients. It's organic sprouted wheat, water, organic honey, organic sprouted rye, organic oats. Everything is organic, and the sprouting, it has so much more nutrients than just regular flour. So this is an absolute buy.
Yeah, but also rather expensive. $3.19. Wow. The most expensive organic, we don't talk about organic, it's bread, and all the bread are good bread. It's only different flavors or more or less extras to it. But the more expensive you are at Aldi, you are at $1.99 to 2 to 5 to 15, something in that region. Yeah, but the most cheap ones, less than €1. €1 to get a good leaf of bread. Yeah.
Great item in the produce section that I get a lot of times is the guacamole singles. This is a great price at $3.19. And
again, $3.19 for guacamole? I don't know how that's much. I don't know if we don't have guacamole. Again, €3.
the ingredients are super clean. It's soup season. And at $2.99, it's a great price for prepackaged soups. But what's even better is the ingredients in it. In this healthy lentil soup, it's world-class ingredients. You got green lentils, red lentils, tomato paste, spinach, olive oil. It does have cane sugar, but it says 0 grams of added sugar. Obviously, they just had to put it, but there's none in it. This is a great option. Take it out of the plastic, add it to a saucepan, and heat it up. It is delicious.
Okay. Good. Now let's take a look at the deli. The cheeses over here, and yeah, looks the same. Cheese fries. We don't have cheese fries. I don't see actually cheese. There's a lot of cheese over here. This looks like actual cheese. Oh, it's... Yeah.
Believe it or not, they have a great selection of cheeses. So when I'm looking for cheese, I'm looking for something that is grass-fed. And this one right here is Irish cheddar from grass-fed cows. It's imported from Ireland, and it's a great price at $4.29.
Oh, a great price. $4.29 for cheddar. Oh man, let's take a look. Cheddar Aldi. Let's take a look at the Aldi. Aldi cheddar cheese. Nah. $1.79. €1.79 for cheddar. And that's, 250 grams, €7.16 a kilo. So, four. It looks like that he has the same package as.
But it doesn't stop there. If you come over, they also have great pre-sliced cheeses, such as this deli-style white
Is he alone in the store, or does he work at the store?
cheddar that's pre-sliced for less than $3. It's an absolute steal. We all know that lunch meats can
Oh, the other one was not even the one I show you, it was 10 slices. So already sliced up.
contain a ton of bad ingredients, but here they actually have a really good organic turkey lunch meat. And when you look at it, all it is this organic turkey breast, water, and 2% or less of sea salt and organic honey.
Is this what is on all the package? They need to mention organic? Yes? Let me know. Organic.
This is perfect for sandwiches. Compare that with the regular deli-style chicken breast. Flip that over, and it's going to have things like potassium chloride, sodium phosphate. You don't want that on your turkey breast. We all know Kevin's Chicken and Kevin's Pre-Made Meals, but here at Aldi, they have their own brand. Now, I would say this is just Kevin's repackaged. It looks exactly like it, and the ingredients are super clean, but you're not going to find these flavors anywhere else. They have sirloin steak tips with rojo sauce, and they also have sirloin steak tips with gravy and sirloin steak tips with mushroom gravy. And when you flip it over, the ingredients are super clean. This is one of the best deals, I think, in
He didn't tell what the price it was. Okay, pork.
the whole store. And that is the ground beef. For $5.29, you're getting a pound of 100% grass-fed organic ground beef.
Ground beef. I'm not sure what ground beef is, but beef, I don't know what it is. Because there are many. Is it sliced? Is it chopped? What is it, this ground beef? I don't know.
And I like it a little bit fattier, so the 85.15 is perfect. At $5.29, you cannot find this price really anywhere else. This is better than Costco, better than Walmart, better than really any major grocery store. This is an absolute buy. If you're looking for an excellent butter, look no further. Pure Irish butter. And when you flip
Yeah, it's an advertisement for the products of Aldi. Okay.
it over, it's made with milk from grass-fed cows. This is from Ireland, and it's European-style butter. That means the fat content is going to be higher, which is what you want when cooking. And at a price of $3.45 for this 8-ounce thing of butter, it's an absolute buy. I get this every time at Aldi. If you're looking for a good pasta sauce, skip the Rayos at $6.88. That's an awful deal.
Oh, $6.88 for. It looks like a giant jar. So, but what is this? 1 liter or so? I cannot compare this with Europe.
Especially because it has refined olive oil. Instead, get the premium marinara sauce. This has olive oil as well, and the ingredients are super clean. And if you want it a little bit cheaper, but still just as good ingredients, come on down here for $2.19. The Simply Nature organic marinara sauce has super clean ingredients as well.
What does it look like? Half a liter? Yeah. Half a liter. Good price. I guess you pay the same over here.
These are some absolute buys here at Aldi. When you're shopping for pasta, I like to make sure it's organic because that way it's not going to have any traces of Roundup. Roundup is a nasty weed killer that's used on it. It's even used to dry the weed. But anyway, they have whole wheat spaghetti for $1.55, and it's just one ingredient, organic whole drum wheat. And the best part is, it's from Italy. So this is really Italian noodle spaghetti. This is perfect. And you really can't beat that price.
$1.88 for organic spaghetti, whole wheat. So we call it volkoren. Volkoren spaghetti Aldi. Biological, there we have it. At Aldi. Yeah, the price, not the... This is the price. Oh, 99 cents. No longer available, but I saw something like here, 99 cents for 500 grams. So €1 for 500 grams of pasta, of spaghetti.
Price. If you're looking for a good gluten-free pasta, Hearts of Palm pasta here at Aldi for $2.69 is a great deal. And the best part is the ingredients are super clean. All it is sliced hearts of palm, water, sea salt, and a little bit of citric acid. That's great. And if you don't want it that thick, they also have angel hair, which again, the ingredients are super clean. Everybody loves chicken sausage in the morning for breakfast, and Aldi hits a home run on this. They have pesto organic chicken sausage, and the ingredients are super clean.
As breakfast? Chicken sausage? But looking at it, I see why almost there, but these are all European, not all, but most of them are European ingredients brought into the United States, but not all of them, but they have to get by the Food and Health FDA. So, yeah.
When I flip it over, all it is organic chicken, basil, sea salt, and organic garlic. What an absolute awesome chicken sausage.
Organic garlic? Garlic is organic. There's no other way to get garlic than growing it. Okay.
And if you don't like that, they also have tomato, basil, and mozzarella. And the ingredients are just as clean. All it really is chicken, mozzarella, tomato, basil, sea salt, garlic, and it's all organic. This is an absolute buy here at Aldi. If you're looking for a great kind of snack bar, Pure and Simple bar is the way to go with only 7 ingredients, and all the ingredients are super clean. All it is dried apple, almonds, dates, walnuts, water, raisins, and cinnamon.
Serving size, 1 bar is 45 grams. Total fat, 10 grams, 12%. Saturated fat, 1 gram, 5%. Cholesterol, 0%. Sodium. And then, okay.
This is a great clean bar for the kids' lunches or just to take with you on the go. And at less than $5, it's a great price.
The product is good until he saw the price. Less than $5.
If you drink a lot of coffee, you've got to come to Aldi and look in the coffee section. They have some of the best coffee for a great price. At $5.79, this is organic, single origin, and grown at high altitudes. This is an absolute steal. You can't even get a bag of Dunkin' coffee for less than $7 or $8 these days. So at $5.79, it's an absolute deal. If you've ever wondered if a product is clean or not, there's an app. I helped create it called Wake Up and Read the Labels. Download it on the App Store, and you can basically scan any product and it'll tell you if it is clean or not. That concludes our Aldi shopping video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow for more content. That's the same thing, but...
Okay. A quick walkthrough to the Aldi in the United States for its all clean and healthy organic food. Yeah, I was just curious how it looked like, but it's the same. Yeah, the branding is totally same. The organization, the way that the things are stocked. Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah. Okay. Aldi, today we did take a look at the Aldi. And in the United States. I was curious about it, how it was and how it is. So let me know. I see another one over here. 10 Aldi items so good they destroy expensive brands. Okay, this is looking. I'm not gonna advertise. I just want to know, what about the Aldi in the United States? I did not know, but the prices are still shocking. They're still shocking high prices, even in the Aldi. So I understand that a lot of people can afford to buy groceries, even if they go to the most to the cheapest store in the United States. They still cannot, because these prices are unbelievable high. Wow. Well, thank you for watching. And if you want to see more of my videos, then this is a good starting point. And otherwise, it would the world to me if you hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Aldi, or do you want me to see any other reactions to videos? And pass me the link and I will react to it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.